apparently Ice Cube is not playing ball.
Some of you may not have realized that I'm not part of the club. And a lot of you listening to me right here, right now, you're not part of the club either. And what I realize with the club is what makes them so mad is when you don't want to be a part of their club. That pisses them off. What club am I talking about? I'm talking about the club of gatekeepers that we all got to deal with. You know who they are, and they definitely know who they are. A lot of people be like, what, who? Come on, man, stop playing. So ever since I put out the contract with Black America, you know they've been with me. Here and there, this and that. But it's cool, I expect that. I've been working with, on the big three for a long time, and you know how they've been with me with that. I done made it plain, simple, and clear what they've been doing. The NBA been with us. Now, a lot of people might say, like, well, Cube, you want to work with the NBA. Really, I don't give a fuck about working with the NBA. What I want them to do, when I say work with us, is to stop working against us. Stop doing that bullshit behind the scenes that we know you're doing. Mainstream media, they ain't fucking with us. And that's cool. We can do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We still on the rise without these motherfuckers. So if we don't need them, you don't need them. So what am I going to do to deal with these motherfucking gatekeepers? Well, what I'm going to do is go on the Gatekeepers podcast tour. I'm going to go talk to everybody. Get a chance to get my message out to the people. Be able to let people hear from me, And you might agree, you might not. But the important thing is, for me to go on these platforms, say what I feel about what I think. And some people may get pissed off because I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm not playing. It's gonna be a crazy summer. It's gonna be fun. Appreciate y'all. Always support the big three.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
bad decisions.
It's your boy Sharm.
It's your boy Jake.
Right now, we about to get into another video. I think it's not surprising. When you hear about Ice Cube is a guy who's historically gone against the grain. If you look at his time at NWA, what were they talking about? F the police. They're talking about disagreeing with people on the highest tier, where it was not popular to do. Even politics, Donald Trump, where he's trying to make a plan with Donald Trump to see what's going on with Black America, trying to make things happen and getting a lot of bad feedback from it. So he's a guy who's always been against the grain. So I'm really not surprised that he's doing this. What I am surprised at is I'm surprised that he's announcing it opposed to just doing it, because in the past, that's what he did. He just did it. The reason why he might be doing that is that, like, he might be worried about people setting up potential barriers for him. Like, let's say, for example, he goes in an interview, he starts the process, and then people start kind of canceling him. So I think that's the reason why he might be doing this, because he might be scared of getting amputated.
So when I watched this video, when I watched it the first time, I thought he was talking about just the big three and the issue he's having getting the big three's brand, like, pushed a broader audience.
Yeah.
But once I heard it back a couple times, it sounds to me like he's talking about a bigger behind the scenes thing that's going on. And Big Three is just one part of it. He mentioned his contract, or them not wanting to, ever since he made the contract with Black America or something like that. I'm not too familiar with that, I'll be honest. I need to do my research into it. But apparently it's an actual contract, I think, or some type of agreement that Ice Cube's trying to get done to help the Black community in some way. And it sounds like behind the scenes, since he's done that, he's getting less support, or even not support, where he said he's getting pushback. He's saying, you don't need to support me. You don't have to support the big three. I don't even care if I do work with the NBA. So he says. He's saying, just don't try to hinder me or block me. I think maybe ever since he did that contract with Black America, so to speak, they've been trying to block him.
Which makes sense, because when he did that, he was really showing that he had influence. So I think now that people know, like, okay, this guy's actually about something. He's not just some random commercial rapper where we can give him a couple lines and he's just going to spurt out wherever. He might be an issue now, right? And my thing is this. Even if this doesn't work out, this might just actually be an exceptional marketing campaign. Because when you actually think about it, anytime someone mentions, like, ooh, the big people, the Illuminati, like, it gets a bunch of views, right? And then you have a bunch of people reacting to it, like us, and you get a lot of traction. So all of this might actually just to bring more attention to the big three. Because now they put this out, a lot of people are going to want to interview him. Like, okay, what are you talking about? Why do you want to come out? Like, what's this imaginative narrative that you're speaking about? So
you have a point, that could be it. But I think what it might even be is this is one of the only weapons he has. Should I say weapons? One of the only routes he has to accomplish what he wants. Because working behind this, he has, let's be honest, Ice Cube as a man does not have nearly as much power as any of these huge corporations or whoever the powers that be are. he says we know who they are. I'm not exactly sure who he's talking about, but I mean, we can assume. And so I think him going out in public and making it a tour is his way of bringing what's going on behind closed doors that he is too small to fight himself to the public, to see if that's a way that he can gain some success.
Or even find some outside investors.
I could be. Is he trying to get investors right now for the big three?
I don't know exactly what the deal is with him and the big three, but I know one thing that does happen is whenever you reach out, a lot of times over social media or on a big platform, people reach out. So I think this might also be another way of saying like, hey, I don't know if you guys are aware, but just in case you're not, if you guys want to contribute to it, this might start off as a GoFundMe. I know there's a lot of processes of raising money now, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's just one of the routes he's trying to take.
I hear what you're saying. Ultimately, I think that him coming out on social media is his way of trying to get whoever it is messing with him to stop messing with him, or to make it public that he's being stifled behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And he's being stifled because of this contract that he, I guess, spearheaded. And if that is what he's doing, more power to him. It might be dangerous.
It sounds dangerous, bro.
But more power.
Whenever I hear about someone coming out like against a media corporation or a big company or just the people in charge, in my head, I'm like, man, like, is this person gonna live? That's the first thing that pops in my mind. Because whenever I hear a story like this, it's always like a couple months later, some magic incident happens, they go missing, they stop talking, all these scandals pop up. So I'm like really kind of like worried about it. I'm like, yo, Ice Cube is a GOAT. He's chill. Leave him alone. Leave Uncle Ice alone.
Some people, they just have it in them to where they want to make significant change in the world at any cost. Sometimes that cost is the greatest cost.
I mean, that's Ice Cube.
So exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not surprised by this, but again, like you said, hopefully it doesn't go.
I hope this goes great. I hope he gets a lot of money. I hope people just leave him alone. He's normally one of those people. He's pretty chill, even though back in the day, like he was really trying to. Even though back in the day, he was a person that was really groundbreaking. Over the years, besides the Donald Trump stuff, he's pretty much chilled out. So I think, just give Uncle Ice what he wants.
We don't know what he wants.
But either way, guys, I'm going to ultimately say this is a good decision. Either way, he's going to bring more publicity to what he really wants. He's going to bring more awareness to it. So I think that's going to be a good thing. I think ultimately this is a good decision. It's only a bad decision if something crazy happens, which I'm praying it does not. What about you? Good decision, bad decision?
I think that it's a good decision if he's following his principles or what he believes to be worth fighting for, whatever that might be. And if he believes that he's being held back from achieving what he wants to accomplish, and he thinks that one of the ways to get done what he wants to get done is to go on this tour and expose whoever these people are that are holding him back, more power to him. So I guess good decision.
All right, guys. Well, this has been Bad Decisions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to all the decision makers out there. Put in the comment section of what you guys want us to review next. All right, guys. We're out.